What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Let's get into what's going on with No Jumper in Adam 22. The headline is that No Jumper is going broke. That's what Adam 22 himself said in a YouTube video. But if you've been following hip-hop media closely, you already know the story runs deeper than that. No Jumper for years has been a cornerstone of hip-hop media. You could call it a digital empire. From exclusive interviews to viral moments, and yeah, even a good amount of chaos. Adam 22 helped build a platform that could help make or break an upcoming rapper. But the same chaos they had on the show is coming back to bite him. Adam 22 says these layoffs are just business. He says he's trying to follow in DJ Vlad's footsteps. Low overhead, no frills, a smaller staff. But me, I'm not buying it. Because here's the thing, if money was the real issue, he could have restructured months ago. The writing's been on the wall. He didn't just find this out. What's not being talked about enough is the pressure he may be getting from federal law enforcement. Let's not forget, No Jumper has become a platform that often flirts with and sometimes straight up promotes street activity. We've seen interviews with known gang members, artists who are fresh out on bond, and people involved in active investigations. The line between content and criminal activity has been blurred. And at one point, No Jumper was the place people could go to flex, talk tough, and air out street business on camera with a zero filter. That kind of access might be great for clicks, but it does draw the wrong kind of attention. And we're not talking about trolls in the comments. We are talking about the feds. If you pay attention to media history, there's a pattern. When federal agents began circling around media platforms that promote individuals tied to criminal organizations, some of the same people who sat in No Jumper's chairs are now under federal investigation or already behind bars. Gang culture just isn't entertainment for the government. And if you running a platform that gives those people a voice, they start looking at you as someone that's complicit or a potential informant. Now you ask yourself this, if Adam 22 is downsizing, could it just be about getting ahead of whatever storm is coming? I think it could. The streets have ears, and some of the people that's been featured on No Jumper or even work there are connected to serious organizations. Big U, WAC 100, people tied to Hoover sets, Pyrus, Crip sets. This isn't a conspiracy. This is well documented. And if you've ever been around this kind of thing, you know people do not like being exposed. People do not like their business being aired. So when the heat comes, the feds order streets. You start seeing moves like the ones Adam's making. Suddenly, the warehouse needs to be sold. Staff needs to be cut. Cameras go dark. The show gets smaller. And let's not forget, there's also a lawsuit he talked about. A former employee is suing Adam 22 for workplace misconduct. That may sound like a civil issue, but when you combine that with federal pressure, the picture gets clearer. Now let me be clear. Adam 22 is not the first media personality to flirt with danger in the name of content. He built this platform on giving voices to the voiceless, but he also profited from dysfunction, violence, and conflict. And when you're making money off street culture, eventually the streets are going to ask for payment, or the feds will. That's why this doesn't feel like a financial move. It feels like a survival move. So what's next for No Jumper? I think he's going to pivot to something outside of the hip hop field. But the thing is, once you've built a platform off unfiltered chaos, it's hard to rebrand as a safe and responsible platform. The lesson is, if you build a platform off real street activity, you better be ready for the consequences. The attention might feel good at first. The money might flow. But the longer you stay in that lane, the closer the danger gets. Adam 22 says it's business, but I think it's something else entirely. But that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, Established Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.